welcome to another legally obtained 24-hour trial period for research and archival purposes only edition of Midlife Krisis. So in part one of this, I have showed you my newly obtained Pi 500, cute little tiny computer.
Makes a very good first impression.
I will remind you that I paid $90 for it. Well, $110 if you're including the 256 gigabyte card that I had to buy.
Okay, well,
and I did have to buy that.
Yes,
you got to put a card in this fucker to get it to party.
do that, yeah.
But all that being said, I showed you the GameCube on this thing. Didn't hiccup. We played a little bit of PSP because why not? No hiccups. I haven't showed you any DOS games because there is currently a hiccup there that I'm working through.
What about the 1989 DOS catalog?
Well, we can sit here and play Bruce Lee Lives, and I have no problem with that. But yeah, I can't get the mouse to work for some reason. So SimCity 2000 is out. And SimAnt is sadly out.
Oh, man.
But no, I don't think we're going to be playing any DOS games today. What I'm going to have you do is play some arcade games that I think are going to speak to you. And I don't think you've ever played any of them. One of them in particular, maybe you have. But most people haven't. So if you played this game, you will get a public kudos. And maybe we can tell a little story. I don't know. We'll see. But without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's get into the mix. So we're going to go to the Pi camera, which is not what it sounds like. Don't Google that.
Well, I'm all jizzed up for the Pi camera.
All jizzed up for Pi cam. Cream pie down. Here we go.
It's like you couldn't not make the joke.
No, you could. Exactly. It was right there. It was just hanging as it would. Okay, so let me turn the sound on here. And we're live and in living color. Okay, so the first one, actually I want to show you this. This is not something that we're going to play long. Right. But I wanted to show this in the last piece to show you the power of this tiny thing.
Cruising.
So this is the arcade. We are emulating the arcade version of Cruising USA. It runs 100%. I do not have a wheel, so this is just absolute madness. But look at how fucking smooth it is. It blows, every time it blows me away. I wish, actually, do you have that? Are you controlling that? No. Thank God. Damn it. Okay, let's just go to Death Valley.
No,
so it turns out...
do the LA.
No. Oh. Cruising USA is really, really hard to play with a joystick. I'm just going to say that.
Wow, this is the arcade.
Yeah, it's the arcade. And what's funny is if we did the Pepsi challenge and I showed you the N64 version, you would immediately... be like, put on the fucking arcade game.
Totally, of course. I remember feeling that way when it came out.
So I'm not going to be able to actually steer
You're a little
correctly.
all over the place.
Yeah, I'm kind of drunk because I'm playing a wheel game on a digital joystick. But I just wanted to show you how smooth and fluid and all that good stuff. And the mapping is way wrong too, because like gas is also music, and so every time I push gas, the song changes.
If you played this with an analog controller, does the analog...
I haven't done that yet. It probably does something, but I can tell you that if I had like a Logitech wheel, if you plug a USB wheel, it automatically detects it and it sets it up. Okay. So I could sit here and play all the cruisins I want. Sadly, I have not gotten California Speed to work yet. I know it does work because I've seen people play it on a Pi 500. That is my arcade racing game of choice. I love that game. And it was never correctly ported home. There was a shitty piece of shit N64 version of it. But it's lousy. So anyway, now on with the main stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so the first game we're going to play, you can read, so it's not a surprise. Have you ever played 2-on-2 Open Ice Challenge?
I have not, I don't think.
So this fucking game is made for you. This is the FUBU of arcade games, if I could, and I would, and I did. This is NBA Jam, made by the NBA Jam team, doing an ice hockey game. And it is perfect.
I'm into it.
Of course you are. So without any further ado, let's get a game going. Let's pop in.
I'm expecting fighting.
There is fighting. I don't know how to trigger it. It hasn't happened yet. But maybe you and I will get lucky and it'll happen for the people. This is an official NHL product, by the way. So, in 1995, the arcades are still around, but they are starting to wane. This is the year that they're starting to wane. Mortal Kombat 3 is not the hit that everyone needed it to be. But Midway's still rocking and rolling. And this game was never ported to the home. Don't know why. I want to put a ton of coins in. And don't worry about that. I think you and I are going to be stuck on a team.
Yeah, so wait, who's Los Angeles? 1995, if they had, would Gretzky be a part?
Yeah, he is.
It'd be Gretzky
He's right
and
there.
Robitaille? Gretzky and Curry.
Sure.
All right.
I know what those words mean. I don't know if you clicked in or not. Did you do you know if you're in? I don't see 2P. Or do I? Oh yeah, you're in.
Well, I want to control Gretzky.
Nope, that's me. So controls are exactly like NBA Jam. There's a turbo, there's a shoot, there's a pass. And as you can see, the graphics are good and pass to. Oh wait, no, we're not in. Are you? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you pass me? Would you?
No! I was trying.
I was trying my best. Yeah, so it's digitized, is what I was trying to say. Get it.
I could, right. Oh, that's, okay, so
there you go.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
yes, there it is.
Curry! I've never even played this game.
He plays basketball now, right?
Same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Press the pass button to make the goalie do the thing.
Good job, Rudy.
And get it. Nope.
Get it.
Get it. Pass it. Oh. Pass it.
Oh, that was the shoot button.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah. So it's gonna be A. A is. I guess it is pass.
Yeah, the letters or shapes and numbers of your controllers are highly irrelevant. You just have to push them to remember what does what. Oh God. So I'll be honest, I never knew about this game until the main years, as I call them. Take
Oh,
that.
nice, Brian.
I'm Gretzky, so I mean, come on. Yeah, I never knew this game existed, and I feel like I would have loved it because man, do I love NBA Jam.
Oh.
Fine.
What was that? Was 1 second left?
That's fine.
Point less than a second left? Come on.
Man, so okay. I was a huge fan. I am a huge fan of most of Midway's arcade output. I feel like.
Oh, you can. No. Oh, no. Go back.
Why did you do this?
You don't want to. Why did you? You subbed in Rick
I told
Tocchet
you.
for
I
Wayne
told
Gretzky?
you the buttons don't matter because I don't know what's what.
Oh, no.
It'll be just fine. See? Okay. Okay. Just pretend that I'm Gretzky.
I can't pass it until when you're knocked over like that.
Here we go. Oh, that would have been beautiful. As I was saying, I never saw this in an arcade. I would have loved it. I think sports are a complete waste of time, but man, do I love sports arcade games. Oh yes, Midway. So I feel like there's nothing like this anymore, and it sucks. Like,
yeah.
And by this I mean like all of American arcade output, whatever. There, in the 90s and in the big chunk of the early 2000s too, there was this. I don't know how there was like a look and feel towards video games that was largely coming out of the Chicago area with Midway and all of those amusement developers that all like worked there. And now, obviously, they're all gone. A lot of people moved on to different companies and do different things, but the arcade industry has largely died. And when I go back and play games like this, or Mortal Kombat, or NBA Jam, or Smash TV, they're just so goddamn fun and over the top, and like, I don't know, like they're just so there's nothing like this anymore, and it sucks. And I'm sure that there's like, you know, you can point me to an indie game or blah blah blah, the same answer you're always gonna get, and like I don't give a shit. I want pros to be making stuff like this. Mark Turmel is still alive. Sal Divata still alive. They should be making NBA Jam games.
You can't sub Gretzky back.
I'm trying to do a show. Please.
Oh,
There you go.
there,
That's
yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah. Keep.
Now you get to play as him. Oh, you got to put money in.
What's 20? You have 28 credits.
We have to push a button to start it, though. You need to do it?
Yeah.
There we go.
And we're ready to face off.
So you're Gretzky now.
Oh, he's on fire.
Yep.
The net's on fire.
See, Gretzky got in your hands, and then that's what happened.
Goalie goal.
Oh, that would have been great.
It feels like in sports games, the fans of simulation style gaming won out over the fans of this arcade style gaming.
Which, like, I understand, because, like, all you sports nerds need your stats and your details and your fucking gross stuff. But for the sane among us who just like fun things and sports happen to, like, fit that kind of stuff well, it would be nice to have stuff like this again. But, you know, you can't have nice things, because how can you sell blind boxes or fucking trading card packs, digital, of course, in a game like this? You need, like, a stats-heavy array of bullshit to be able to sell that kind of stuff. There was a 3-on-3 3D hockey game that came out on the 360 PS3. I believe was just called 3-on-3 Open Ice. But that was the last time anything like this was released that I can think of. And that game was fucking great. Whiff. Here we go. Yep. Off the goal pole. That's fine.
Oh, Wendell Clark.
We haven't done a lot of checking. I should point out. I don't know how. Oh, that was awesome. Boom. Yes.
Good teamwork.
Yes.
7-4. Oh boy.
We'll get it.
13 seconds left.
That's fine. The Stanley Cup's ours.
Boo.
I don't know. The Islanders are pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Okay, let's do this. That's out. So that's Open Ice. It's great. It kind of blows me away. It was never reported or anything. It just exists. It exists in this cosm here.
I never heard of it, so.
Most people haven't, and it's kind of sad. So moving right along, Hard Dunk.
Hard Dunk, okay.
Hard Dunk is, before you came over today, I discovered Hard Dunk, played it, and was like, oh, we're playing that game. But it's on theme, and the same theme of arcade sports games. Here comes Sega's Hard Dunk.
Okay.
So, Sega would, every once in a while, make a really, really weird arcade game using technology in like a fun, fancy way. And if you know anything about arcade history in Sega, the scaling was kind of their deal. Like with Hang On, Space Harrier, all that stuff. Yeah. Scaling video games is kind of what they did.
What is this?
It's a very edgy, like half-court basketball game full of weird characters and Japanese ethnocentricity.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Push start. Okay.
Raz.
Just let's Dick. Yeah, that's Dick is my guy. I always choose Dick. Look at Wilt. So Wilt, you know, famously Wilt Chamberlain, the Aryan guy with a flat top.
Yeah, totally Wilt. He looks like Guile.
Did you already pick Dick?
No.
Okay, good.
I would never.
Thank you.
I would never deprive you of Dick.
Thank you. That's why you and I have been friends for this long, is because you have never, not once, not ever, deprived me of Dick.
All right. I will be
Max. Together we are Max Dick. Here we go. Yeah, so this game, it just oozes weird mid-90s Sega shit.
Yeah, look at that cool beanie. It's going to play basketball in a beanie and a hoodie.
Exactly. So, yeah, this game, it fucking rules. Pass to Dick.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, and I see shots count for 1 point instead of 2.
They're 2 outside of the line, so a 3-pointer would be a 2. Street ball, baby.
Yeah.
See, like this. And I missed. So you have turbo just like NBA Jam, pass, shoot. It's all NBA Jam. But obviously, what makes this unique is this insane perspective. I've never played a basketball game that looked like this before.
Very insane. I don't know whose bright idea this was, but
Well, it was Sega's, and it was bright because this game fucking rules. Bam!
bam!
Dick gets it in the hole every time, baby.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Damn it! White Wilt got it. Oh,
Oh no.
dude, the scale. It's. I know you don't give near the shit I do for this stuff, but this game is 1994, and it's so smooth how much the scaling rips.
We're losing all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I will shoot a 3.
No, you won't.
Okay. Oh no.
Damn it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Boom. Like that Max Dick working together. The game's over at 12, by the way. It's first to 12.
Well, there's also a clock though, a time.
That's true.
1 of 8.
Damn it. Oh, shit. Okay. Pass it to the homie.
Oh, he did. I
Boom.
did. Yeah.
Now we're coming back. We're redeeming. I always knew we were better street ballers than we were hockey
Oh, no.
players. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
There it is.
With 10 seconds left.
Come on, Dick. Oh! Oh, shit. Lose.
Oh, because they got to 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again!
All right, maybe
I'm going to be Raz this time, I think.
Bob and Step. I'll be Step.
Steppin' Bob. Raz kind of reminds me of the character Tom from Shenmue. If you know, you know. Tom would sell hot dogs because he's an American in Japan.
Raz, Step, and Wilt.
Yeah, so there's no irony here. I think this game is fucking awesome. And like, not just how I love the visuals. I think it's genuinely fun. And it's like an interesting way to play basketball.
I think it's funny.
Fair enough. Boom. Raz in the house. What would you try? Was it Riz and Jazz, and that's how you got to Jizz?
Riz and Jazz is right.
So Raz and Jizz,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get to
So I'm getting all jizzed up.
just good stuff. I gotta be honest with you, I already missed Dick. Raz is half the man Dick is. Boom!
Wow.
That
Is he though? Is he?
Yeah, I take everything back. Raz is my guy. Bam! Get on up! I'm pretty sure I heard the music say that.
Whoa.
Oh. I could be doing this the whole time. Here we go.
It's over and over. We are getting blown away, Brian.
Well, I'm busy.
The other team is all jizzed up for how
Yeah,
much
they're
they're winning.
totally jizzed up. Okay, I'm back.
All right, 8-3.
I think we're gonna lose this one, Uncle Bob.
Yeah. Oh no,
Devastating. Lose.
boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So that's hard dunk. Genuinely thought that game was really, really cool. Okay, so for our final play here on this edition, on this glorious edition of 24 hours, and I promise all of this goes away. You have my word.
25,000 games.
Oh, excuse me. No, it's at least 18 hours. This all goes away because I've clearly used some of that time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes
so
sense.
this last little piece of business: ninja, baseball, Batman.
Right. I like all those words together.
Thank you. All of those words on their own are great.
Yeah.
When you mash them together, you're going to get this wonderful video game, which, psych, is not a sports game.
Oh, but it said baseball though.
Exactly. It is a sports-themed, like really good Final Fight-like brawler.
Please tell. Is it an official Batman license?
No. Batman is in baseball.
Oh, Batman as in baseball
Yeah.
because you wield a bat.
So, you like Cuphead, right?
I platinum Cuphead, yes.
Okay, so imagine Cuphead, but in the 90s, and a brawler and baseball.
Sold.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's really good. Well, I definitely need to push start. There we go. Okay.
Twin Bats Rhino or Captain Jose?
It's got to be Captain Jose, because clearly they're referencing Jose Canseco. Or not.
Jose Cuervo. So I was...
Jose Cuervo. Okay. Obviously, I'm not even gonna bother asking you if you've ever heard of this game before, because I know the answer. But you've heard of it now because I've exposed you to it. So this is a 93 joint. In 1993, the Belt Brawler was not exactly as popular as it once was, thanks to Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat at all.
Yeah.
But this game, if you could find it, I challenge anybody to tell me that this is a lousy game in any metric.
This is very fun so far.
Yeah, and the graphics are incredible. Art style is wonderful. All that good stuff. And Irem, known for making many arcade games, not super known for making brawlers like this.
Well, your character seems a lot more awesome than my character.
Well, I tend to pick big dudes in video games because I try to keep it 100, as they say. Big dudes be picking them big dudes. What's your weapon? Is your weapon also a baseball bat? With
Two baseball.
Okay.
So
Mine is a baseball bat with a huge baseball on it, like a baseball hammer, if you would.
So I have two Storm Mini.
You have two Storm Mini Bats. You're absolutely cleaning house in the parking lot. R.I.P. Cooley. So this is a game that I discovered in the MAME years. Did you ever do that? by the way?
Discover games in the MAME years?
Did you ever okay. I'll explain my story and then tell me if you had any sort of parallel experience.
I think the answer will be no. But
So when I first got wind of MAME as a thing, and it was, I knew about it when it first came out, because GamePro had written about it. Like that's in fact how I learned about the word emulation and what it actually meant. And then my neighbor downloaded it for DOS, and we played some really old arcade games, very slow, in a very tiny window. Then in college, I got, I had a computer that you needed for doing college stuff, and it was powerful enough to play The Sims 2 and MAME. And there was a website it was so easy to get games back in the day. Like you just went to the MAME website, and every week, which to this fucking day, or not every week, every month, there's a new version of MAME that comes out every month, and it has detailed notes and releases and all that stuff. And that's been going on for, it will be 30 years in just a couple years.
and it's I guess community driven, right?
Oh, big time. And in the same core MAME team is the same team today as it was when it first started. It's actually really, really cool, and the stuff that we've learned from their work, you can't even factor how much stuff they've done, not just in game preservation, but in using emulation in normal day-to-day products. All that stuff exists because of the MAME team, and you feel it in ways you wouldn't even understand. But as it relates to Ninja Baseball Batman, I discovered this game, as a lot of people did, where you had a whole list of MAME games and you just saw something weird and you clicked on it.
And you're like, I like these words.
Yeah, I remember a game called Ninja Clowns, which I also, which is nowhere near the game that this one is. I just bring it up because it's ninja related. But there's a ton of arcade games that I discovered that way, and I think that's a very common experience for anyone in the early 2000s who, went on the Pirate Bay and downloaded a MAME zip that had a full ROM set. This was the magic that would be there. And so for me, like I always had an interest in playing things I could never get my hands on, which that was the main impetus for all this stuff. So what about you? Is that something that like you do not give a shit? Like if there is something that you know exists that you can't get your hands on for whatever the dumb reasons are, like is there no compulsion for you to want to go play it?
I mean, I was super into emulation when I first heard about it, but I just used it to do exactly what you think I would do, which is to go play all the games of my youth and not click on or load up anything that was strange and different.
Well, friend,
That's why I have people like you in my life to force me to do things that I would never do on my own.
yeah, for me, like that was literally like the main reason I got into MAME was just to be able to play games I could never normally get my hands on. Just the other day, I finally played. It's called Sega Sonic, one word, and it's an arcade-only Sonic the Hedgehog game that's isometric. It came out around 93, 94, so the graphics are excellent, and you control it with a trackball, and it's mind-fucking-boggling. Never been ported to the home. That's the other thing too. There's so many arcade games that are just stuck. They are the only way to play them is MAME, and if MAME didn't exist, they'd be lost to time. And like this, a game you're playing right now. This has never been ported to anything ever, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing of why I love MAME so much. I am a person who, if you tell me I can't play something, it goes to the top of my list. I have to play it, and I will move digital mountains to play it. But like I've played through MAME, I've gotten to play games that are only in existence, like in one copy, like prototypes, all that shit, and I cannot get enough of it. I love it. If it wasn't for this, Uncle Bob, we wouldn't have Tattoo Assassins. And we need Tattoo Assassins.
I don't want to live in a world without Tattoo
Yes.
Assassins. That ice skater driving the Zamboni monster fatality.
So good. The Nancy Kerrigan character.
A moment I will never forget.
I think we're probably going to be wrapping out this episode with some more Tattoo Assassins, I'll be honest with you. It's definitely going to happen.
You can't go wrong.
No. You never do. How much did this genre, how much did you love it?
Final Fight, one of my favorite SNES games.
Absolutely.
To
Even though that version had no two-player. Isn't that weird?
Very weird, because until you said that, I can't remember it. I have like Mandela effect memories of playing that game two players.
So, in the Blockbuster Video exclusive Final Fight Guy, you could play two players finally. Or if you owned a Sega CD, the Sega CD version had all three characters and a two-player mode. But not the Super Nintendo version.
What were the other big ones besides Final Fight?
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon and Fatal Fury, right?
Oh, Fatal Fury was a fighting game.
Or what am I thinking of then?
The home, you're thinking probably of Streets of Rage,
Yes,
which
you're right.
was not an arcade game, but it was a very popular brawler.
Sorry, it was Streets of Rage.
Yeah, and it fucking rules. Streets of Rage was such a big deal that, or at least Streets of Rage 2 for a period was the holiday pack-in game for the Genesis. That's how highly they thought of that game. And they were right, because Streets of Rage 2 is a 10 out of 10 perfect fucking video game. Some of the best music ever is in that game.
Well, and then I guess the arcade games that were like this, there's so many of them, The Simpsons and
Yeah, Simpsons, X-Men,
X-Men.
all that stuff. And those games still,
Ninja Turtles.
to me they hold up. I understand the argument that like the brawler is like a shallow video game experience, but I tell you, pal, when you get together with some friends, very few things beat playing a 4-player round of Simpsons or this or anything.
What Monster Hunter is to us today.
That's exactly right. You can draw a straight line from this genre
From
to
The Simpsons to Monster
Yes,
Hunter.
that's exactly right. There have been several modern attempts to bring back brawlers that have been, varying success. Castle Crashers was great when it first came out, but now that game is like almost 20 years old, which is fucking insane. I think it came out in 08, 07, 08. most recently, we played and loved Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, loved
So good.
Beat it in one go.
Yeah, we beat it in one sitting with I believe we had a 5-player run. It was so fun. Okay, tap the button.
Okay.
Think. Was that you or me? I don't know.
Winner.
Nice. Okay. Let's just look at this next level just to get a taste of it, and then we'll wind it on down.
Las Vegas. All right.
Gonna change our lives in Vegas. No more baseball for us.
With playing cards. It's really Las Vegas themed. There should be hookers wandering into the screen.
Yes. So obviously outside of like I know that this game doesn't have like a 1930s animation aesthetic like Cuphead, but I made the comparison earlier just because of how hyper stylized this is. And
Yeah.
stylistically though, like I really, really love all of the stark contrast in this game. So it's super duper colorful, but if you look at our characters, like we have all this black, like dark black, low light stuff. It just makes the game look unique. It's there too. Like when we get caught on fire, it's super high contrast. It's a neat style you didn't see too often, and obviously holds up very well today. Boom.
Yeah, it's really impressive that this game is 30 years old and
32 years old.
it would not look out of place coming out as like an indie game today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is a school of thought, and I might subscribe to it at least partially, but that like this era, you know, the mid-90s, the 16-bit, 32-bit era, the 2D art style, like is the most timeless that games are ever going to look. And there probably is something to that, because now that we're just chasing photorealism, and we're never not going to chase photorealism, it does leave a lot of stylistic choice on the table. And there's a reason why when you look at indie games today, they evoke this, not this direct one-to-one style, but this hand-drawn pixel art style. There's a whole lot you can do with it. Let's clear the screen. Clear it! There we go. And that's going to be Ninja Baseball Batman. But friend, we're not all the way done. We're just not all the way done. You said 2 words that were just gold to my ears. And those words were both tattoo and assassin. So let's do it. Let's wind it on down. We're going to head on over. Head right on over to Final Burn, because that's where it works. It doesn't work. It works in MAME, but the frame rate sucks. It's 100% in tattoo or in Final Burn.
Yeah, we need that high frame rate.
Yeah, no, I want you. You need this game to be represented the best possible way.
So, Brian, once again, the story on this is that it never actually came out, right?
Correct. It was so arcade games used to do location tests.
Yeah.
Like that's their version of a beta, and that's as far as this game got.
Moolah Abba.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all real. It's all very real. I don't know if we watched the intro last time, where they kind of spell the story. That guy actually looks badass. That squid dude. Get it? Squid ink. Huh? Tattoos. That's so badass. Okay. And we're in. Just going to point out this is the second time we're playing Tattoo Assassins on this channel.
Oh, didn't one of these have like a nudality that we had to censor?
No. The game, it does have a nudalities, but the game censors it itself.
Oh, okay.
Like it doesn't show you. This is no Street Fighter 2. You don't get the good bits.
Meow.
There she goes.
And I remember we had to look up the face.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This game is such a wonderful piece of shit. I would love for some hero to make an official compilation of like all the Mortal Kombat clones.
Yeah.
I would pay upwards of $100 for
I
that
want to
compilation.
know. Yeah, I want some hero journalist to do the oral history of the game, find the actual creator
Oh, there is a ton of stuff about this game online if you're interested in it.
I am interested in it.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of interviews, a lot of like discussion about, and like there are private collectors that own the prototype boards. That's how this game got dumped onto MAME.
Private collectors.
So you laugh at
So-
that. You laugh at that, but like there's a thing called California Extreme that we tried to go to once. That failed. I've been to it. So there are millionaires out there, like
I know.
absolute millionaires.
This is my Picasso,
Uh-huh.
and in the next room we have my original Tattoo Assassin's
Exactly.
board.
These fucking guys fill up big rig trucks full of their arcade collection and show it off. And there's everything righteous in the world about that. Take that. Time out.
Oh,
Time out, bro.
oh, and you win because you have more health.
Just a bit. Just a touch.
All right. No holds barred.
Yeah, this is the real deal. Blood. Blood is cool. Blood sells. Blood. This level is full of blood. Sometimes her buttons don't really work. It's fine. It's a feature, not a bug. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. You did
Oh,
one.
I did something.
Yes. Electrifying victory. All right.
AC, the same as AC.
You've been tattooed. Look at that. Okay. So
It's electrocuted. It says she's been tattooed.
it's perfect. And there's no better way to wind that down other than on a Tattoo Assassin's
Lord.
Okay, so in summation, here's what we've learned. Raspberry Pis are really, really cool.
Yeah.
They're really cheap, and they're very functional now more than ever with the Pi 5. You can get a Pi 5, a Raspberry Pi 5, as just those little single board computers. Throw it in a case. You can even throw it in fun cases, like people make like little like 90s desktop looking computer cases for them. All kinds of shit. The sky's literally the limit with that. Or you can buy the all-in-one like I did there and just kind of have that whenever you need to play Tattoo Assassins.
Right,
And
right.
just throw that into a TV.
Right,
And,
so
and call it
daily.
good.
With
Exactly.
your morning breakfast.
Yes. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough about how cool it is, and just the capability of this thing is mind-blowing. So whenever the Pi 6 comes out, like I'm assuming that's going to emulate PS3 without a problem. So yeah, it's really neat. As someone who used to be really, really into emulation like 25 years ago-ish,
Yeah.
to come back and see... So what really started it off for me was getting a Steam Deck and just seeing how easy it was to put on emulators on that thing. Like it's literally right there. Like you just go to desktop mode and load that fucker up. And it blew me away. Like that was the first time I ever touched Dolphin. As you know, I'm not a PC guy, so I've never had the means to check out Dolphin in a capable way. I've certainly had friends that would tell me all about it and be like, yeah, I'm playing Wind Waker in 4K and it's awesome. Or I'm playing Smash Melee online and it's lossless. That's shit that you can do on Dolphin that you can't do with real hardware or anything else. So emulation is getting so good, especially with those 3D platforms from that generation, which, as you know, I love. It's like probably my favorite pound for pound generation of video games.
Talking about 03 to 08?
Earlier? PS2, Xbox, GameCube, that whole deal.
So,
the 128-bit era.
So 2000,
Starting with the
2005.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
99. We're starting at 99. Thank you very much, because it is thinking. But yeah, taking those games and seeing what you can do with them. Like all the upscaling, like overclocking, taking games and making them look objectively better is so cool to me. And then if you want that experience, that pure experience, you can do that too on a $90 little keyboard device. Buddy, it's just a real treat.
Buddy?
So anyway, that's Batocera. There's so much more on this thing that I can show you. There's so much more that I've even scratched the surface with of what it's capable of. As a side note, what I will be doing, so because of all the, like I was saying, how Batocera is an image, Raspbian is an image, all that other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
There are ways where you can trick this thing into thinking that it's just a straight up Windows 98 PC. So obviously I'm going to do that. And then have a little micro SD card that when I plug it in, it just, here you go. Let's play Carmageddon on this Windows 98 machine.
Totally. Grand Theft Auto 1.
Yeah, the fucking London 1969 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my PC game. That's what I care about. None of this fucking 240 hertz business. So anyway, that's that. Any closing salvos, questions, what have yous?
No, that was pretty fun. It is always fun to go back. It's also the scale of what it's capable of is pretty impressive. When you play it, do you just plug like your HDMI from your TV into this keyboard and then you're...
Yeah, almost. So it uses the micro HDMI output. So you have to get a special, either a dongle or a special cable. It's really not that big of a deal. It costs like, $1 on Amazon to just get an adapter. But yes, that is it. So I got this all set up desktop style because of all the file transferring and all the actual computer work that it took for me to get my own Batocera set up. But once I had it set up, it just kind of lives out here underneath my TV. I have a 1 terabyte solid state drive that's like game overflow that will all be deleted in 24 hours once my research period has expired. But like, so I can sit there and just transfer stuff over back and forth, and it just works seamlessly. So yeah, other than my little hiccup with the DOS games and the mouse not working, that's a small price to pay for all the other things that. And like, once I get that Windows 98 build up and running, I'll never need this ever again. Well, I'll need this, just not to play DOS. You know what I mean? You all know what I mean. So yeah, highly recommend this thing. It's worth the very low barrier to entry, and it's kind of perfect for people like you. For the sickos like me, we can buy the walls of video games and have them at our fingertips. But for the people like you that maybe did want to check out Hot Shots Golf 2, but without buying a PSP, and you wanted to play it on your TV.
As opposed to the Steam Deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a Steam Deck. But there are people out there like me that need both. Need to have both.
Using the word need here. This is not a want. This is a need.
Yes.
It goes in the need column.
Need firmly in the need column. So anyway, that's the Pi 500. That's Batocera. And that's been this episode of Midlife Krisis. So like, subscribe, comment, offer suggestions, send us gift cards. And other than that, that's all I have to say.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell indeed. So for Uncle Bobby Bell, I am me, and this has been Midlife Krisis. Bye-bye.
Bye.